guys had adventures every single day here. And learning adventures. I got a little story to tell you about Canada. Canada? All right? Well, I'm going to have a trip. I'm going to have an adventure to Canada. And at first, I'm like, you know, I don't know if I want to go. Okay, it's a lot of time, and a lot of things going on. But Mr. Redmond said, hey, come on this adventure. So I did. And it's amazing, everything that I learned. This water right up here, this blue stream, let's just pretend it's water. All right? And I found out that the Canadian water, okay, is super cold, but it's super clear. I also found out something else. You can catch some big 50-inch fish, about that big, called lake trout. And I found out you have to do down rigging. Anybody did down rigging before? Who's been to Canada? All right. Who's been fishing before? Okay. Who's been down rigging fishing before? Not so much. I had to learn about that. So that was a new adventure for me. And I got a chance to go ahead and open up a book, magazines, the internet, and find out how to go ahead and down rig. Because to catch 50-inch fish, you got to go 50 feet deep in the water. And you got to get this big old weight. It goes down, okay, get your line all the way down there. Go ahead and get your line up there. Right? So that was a great adventure. This is some of the fish that we caught. 50 inchers. Every single day, we caught 50-inch fish. Now, I don't know what was going on, but I've never done it before, but I was super, super excited. Kind of like adventures around our house. Okay, you guys do adventures every day, because you don't know what's going to come up. And what I want you to think about this year for our adventures is to go ahead and try things. Try things, because you don't know. Just like I went up to Canada, okay? I didn't know if I was going to have a good time or not, but I learned a ton. I learned a ton. So, I got some neighbors. Where is my Poncelet and Duncan? Come on up. These guys have been on some adventures for us also. Come on up. All right? So, these are my neighbors. We go on a lot of adventures together. We make fires, we have cookouts, and sometimes, just sometimes, we have little water fights, don't we? Right? And you don't know what's going to happen. Sometimes, come a little closer. Right there. Sometimes you get dipped in the water. And you don't know about your adventure, but you get it. Oh. Right? And sometimes your adventures might bring you something else. Sometimes, okay, your adventures might bring you some else. You just never know. Give these two a hand. Let's try. Adventures can bring you a lot of different things. You never know when you're going to be on the best adventure you've ever been on. All right? So, over here we have what we call an adventure tent. All right? We got a bunch of t-shirts here. And I'm going to have this group over here watch for the best group, the best kids, listening to me and our presenter. Okay? And then over here, this group of teachers, parents, are going to watch you guys on this side to see who the best listeners are. Who is the best involved? We're going to talk about this right here, building this fire. All right? So, to have the best adventure, have the best attitude, okay? And I want you just to own it. I want to own your day, okay? Every single day. I want you to bring it. So, help me out. The first letter in pride is? Prepared. Prepared, okay? Each and every day. Think about that. All right? Think about your day a little bit. Get prepared. What do I need to bring? What do I have to have done? All right? Prepared. All right. Next one is? Respect. Okay? Respect your school. Respect your environment. Okay? Respect the space that you're in right now. You're doing a great job. Okay, you're not on top of each other. All right? I stands for? Involved. Yeah, get involved here. Okay? Just don't kind of walk through life and, not learn anything. Be adventurous. Try something new. What haven't you done? What haven't you experienced? The next one, way over here. D is? Determined. Determined. Okay? Determined to do your best each and every day. All right? All the way over here. We have excellence. Okay? Show excellence, whether it be behavior or on what you're trying to show your teachers. Okay? But not only at school, when you go to field trips, or you're in 4-H, or you're at church, show that excellent behavior each and every day. All right? The last one I have down, okay, is own it and light it up. Own it and light it up. Own all of this. Own the Wildcat Pride every single day. All right? So, very quietly, all right, we're going to get super loud. We are going to light this thing up. Light it up. So we're going to start really quiet like this. Teachers, our superintendent, our parents, cooks, custodians, okay, are going to bring it. Okay? Now we need you guys to bring it, and your parents to bring it. All right? Own it. Own your day. Okay? Own your actions. Own your behavior. Okay? Whether you're in school or when you're out of school. Okay? Because every day we are going to light it up. All right. We are going to have a 3-minute break here, because we have a special guest today. All right? This guest flew in just to see you guys. All right? He has been on TED Talks. Okay? He's been on some national broadcasts and things like that. We are so lucky to have Brandon White here. He's going to get his computer set up. All right? But he's going to talk about a little bit of what we just talked about. All right? But he's also going to bring a different kind of message, a different way of owning it. Okay? How to motivate yourself. Okay? He is called the Youth Mover. All right? And in about a minute or so, we're going to go ahead and welcome him to the good youth. What I want you to do in the meantime is go ahead and stand up. Give yourself a little stretch. Respect your space a little bit. Respect space. once again, let's welcome Brandon White.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. And what an adventure so far this morning. Wow, I've never seen this at a school before. You guys have a really cool principal, cool staff. This is amazing. So I'm from Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri. And I've been speaking for about 9 years to students like you and up to high school students. In fact, I've been to 46 states. How many states are there total? 50. And I've been to Alaska. I've been to Hawaii. And yesterday I was in Maryland. And this month is crazy. I'm like everywhere. But it's a lot of fun. I love doing it. In fact, I want to show you a little bit about my family quick, because I know the principal was talking about fishing. You caught a big fish, right? You guys are kind of close to lakes and rivers. Check it out. Just like a few days ago, I was in Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri, and my dad and I, we caught a big catfish. Check out this catfish right there. Yeah, it's a flathead, about 22 pounds. Big catfish. Tasted really good too. And then this is my son, my two sons, Lawson and Weston. Lawson just turned 4 years old, and my youngest is Weston, and he's only 3 months old. But look, he's like a baby Hulk. He's like a baby Thanos. Look at him, he's huge. And my beautiful wife Rachel, and that's more of a realistic picture there. He's like crying and he's shy, and so that's my family, and I love being with them, and I love being with you too. Today we're going to talk about going on an adventure. And you know, I think about adventures, I think about superheroes. Who's your favorite superhero? Raise your hand. Who's your favorite superhero? Who's yours? Captain America? Okay, I like that. Nobody usually says that. Yeah. Wonder Woman, good choice. Yes, ma'am. Batgirl, okay. Yes, sir. Iron Man. Ooh, you guys are covering them now. Yes. Elastigirl. Yes, Elastigirl makes the scene. Yes. Hulk. So when you think of superheroes, you think of adventures, right? They go on an adventure. And sometimes with adventure, there's risk, right? They could be scary. You got to be brave. You got to help people. You see, guys, you got to be positive. So as I talk to students, I talk a lot about positive energy. Everybody say positive energy. Yeah, because there's two kinds. There's positive, but there's also negative. You know, like being negative, like your brothers and sisters. You have brothers and sisters, right? Do they ever pick on you? Do they ever whine and complain? But you don't do that to them, right? Oh, you do? Oh. We want to be positive. And guys, to be a superhero, like you got to be in a comic book. But to be a super student, well, you don't need superpowers. You just need a few things. You need some of these things right here, right? You need to choose to own these things here. So I think I want to start with a big part of this, is to be brave. Everybody say, be brave. Be brave. Yeah, to really do any of these, you got to start by being brave. Because you might mess up. You know, you might, somebody might tell you that, you know, that you're not good enough. You got to be brave. So I need some brave students, some really brave students who want to dance with me on stage. Do those lights come on, teachers, to light up the stage? Let's see, I need some brave students. Who's really brave in here? You want to? Okay, come on up. You want to also? Come on up. Let's see here, who else? Who's really brave? You want to? Come on up. Come on. You want to? Come on up. You want to? Come on up. Okay, guys, take those steps and go on the stage. Go on the stage. All right. Let's see. Let's get a few more students here. Come on. Yes, come on. Yes, ma'am. Come on. All right. That's good enough. All right. Now, students, I want you to spread out. Go all the way down. Spread out. Good. Now, scoot forward. Scoot forward all the way. Scoot forward, scoot forward, scoot forward. Boom. Look at these students. Don't they look brave to you? Oh, not really? Okay. On the count of 3, give me a brave pose. 1, 2, 3, boom. All right. Still not buying it. Okay, hey, let me ask you. Are you brave?
Yes.
Yeah, see? But you know what? I mean, you might not be telling me the truth, so I don't really know. I know what we need to do. I need you guys to prove it. I need these students to prove that they're brave. They are going to dance for you, and I'm going to help them out. We're going to play follow the leader. So whatever I do, you guys do it with me, okay? So if I do this, do it with me. Go ahead. Good. If I do this, do it with me. Good. If I do this, wee. Do it with me. Then like this, wee. There you go, good. Hey, they got to be brave, okay? And you guys are going to encourage them so they can be courageous also, okay? So here we go. Students, stretch it out a little bit. Don't pull anything. It's going to get a little wild up there, okay? And we're going to have some fun with this. Here we go. Here we go. Take a seat. Good job. Whew. This stage is very sticky. It's good. Good traction. Everybody say, be brave. Be brave. I want something scarier than that. Let's see here. You know, have you, probably teachers know this, but do you know the show Dancing with the Stars, where they dance ballroom dance and stuff? Okay, so I was never on that TV show, but I danced with some of those people. So I used to be a professional ballroom dance instructor. And I danced with Peta and Tony and Chelsea Hightower. So like those dances you see, like swing dance, like to like cha-cha, and it's like boom, bah, all those dances. So I needed to know, is there a girl brave enough to dance the tango with me? Brave. Wow, you guys are really brave. Huh. Let's see. Brave. You want to? Come on up here. Come on up. Come up on stage. All right, what's your name?
Bella.
You want to say hi, Bella? Bella, you're so brave. That's awesome. Guys, being brave, this is what it means to be brave. Are you a little afraid, Bella?
I don't know how to tango, so maybe a little.
Yeah. So she's kind of afraid. But you can be afraid and be brave at the same time. You see, guys, being brave means to do something that's difficult, do something that's scary. And when you do it, you're being brave. So, Bella, you've never danced a tango. I'm going to show you how. But I'm not going to tell you how. I'm just going to do it. You might mess up, but you can't give up. Even if you mess up, don't give up. And we're going to make them laugh, really. It's going to be really funny. All right, here we go. Bella, ladies and gentlemen, dancing the tango. Bella, 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 Bella. Now, Bella, I don't want to embarrass her, but she's smiling really big right now. Because being brave, doing what's right, it might be scary at first, but it always feels good in the end. Right, Bella? Even if you mess up, if you do what's right, it feels good. All these things do, guys. Being prepared, respectful, excellence, all these things feel good after you do them, even if they're hard. So you know what, guys? I've seen some students be brave. I believe you guys that you are brave. But I don't believe your teachers yet. Do you think some of them need to do some dancing with me too? We got a couple volunteers, teachers, a couple volunteers. Any brave teachers in here? Any brave? Yes, we have one, come on. Who else? Who else? Anybody else? Come on up. We have another one, come on up. Come up on stage, please. Get up on stage, thank you, thank you. Anybody else? We're going to do some salsa dancing, teachers. Salsa dancing. Any other teachers want to join us? It's going to be an adventure. Yeah, peer pressure. Woo! This is going to be an adventure. He doesn't want to come up here, but he's being brave. Go up on stage. We're going to do some salsa dancing. Teachers, hey, if you change your mind, I'll be up there, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, the salsa. Teachers, you're going to do great, I promise you. Just do what I do. You can do it, all right? Hold on, I got to push play on it. This is the salsa dance. It's a Latin dance. So, teachers, don't be afraid to move the hips a little bit, okay? Here we go. No, that's not the salsa. Hold on, this is the salsa right here. That's the salsa. Here we go. Good job, good job. Take a seat, take a seat. Good job, good job. Great job. See, teachers, aren't you wishing you would have joined us now? That's the problem. Hey, you don't want to miss out on an adventure, right? Sometimes you can be scared to come up and participate. You can be scared to raise your hand in class. It can be scary to help somebody who's getting bullied. But guys, when you do it, it's always worth it. It's an adventure. You don't know how it's going to go. And you've seen some students, you've seen some teachers dancing, but now is everybody's chance. Do you know the YMCA? Everybody stand up. Here we go. Clap your hands. Yeah, just like this. Oh, you know this dance. The YMCA, and the teachers are doing it too. Look at that. Here we go. Stay at the YMCA. I can't hear you. YMCA. There you go. Here we go. Watch it. Here we go. YMCA. Wow, you guys look good. Chicken. Don't be a chicken on your adventure. Monkey. Yeah, that's more appropriate. Here we go. Ballerina. Plie. Plie. To stay at the YMCA. Louder! YMCA. Here we go, step clap. Let me hear you. YMCA. One more time. YMCA. Take a seat, take a seat. Woo. Man. Pat yourself on your back, tell yourself good job. Tell somebody next to you better job. Hey, tell the teachers good job. Yeah, they don't hear it enough. They don't hear it enough. Hey, you guys know to be brave, right? You know what that means now, right? To be brave. Now be brave. Yeah, I want to show you one of my dance students I used to dance with. She's a great dancer. Her name's Joanne. And Joanne is brave. She has a lot of these things that she uses. And Joanne, she doesn't have any legs. Now to dance, you need legs, right? No, you don't. But you need to be brave. Because sometimes people might make fun of you because you're different. She has to be brave. Because she might want to quit when it gets hard. Some things might be difficult for her, but she's brave. Check out this routine that we did in St. Louis, Missouri, a cha-cha. Give it up for Joanne. You see what's on Joanne's face? A big smile. Just like my tango dancer. Where's my tango dancer at? Yeah. She had a big smile on her face. It feels good to be brave, but sometimes it's scary. Guys, sometimes the things that are good, the things you really want, sometimes it takes something to get them. Sometimes it's difficult. Practicing, studying, being patient, being disciplined. But those things create good things, right? Joanne is so inspiring. And if you want to see more videos, teachers, there's my YouTube channel. I got a bunch of different videos on there students can check out. Joanne teaches us to be brave. And guess what? She's so positive. Positive energy. That's where it all starts from. Let me go ahead and show you the second thing to be a super student. Hold up number 2. The second thing to be a super student is to be nice. Everybody say, be nice. Oh. You gotta make a little heart with your hand like this. Yeah, be nice. Yeah, be nice. When I was in 8th grade, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th grade, I ran track. Track is a sport where you run in circles. And I was on the track, and the high schoolers, they were also there practicing. High school is grades 9, 10, 11, 12. Also called freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. So there was a 11th grader, a junior. Let's call him Junior. And Junior was mean. He was negative. He picked on people. He made fun of people. I don't know why. Maybe somebody was negative to him, mean to him, and he just had a lot of negativity. One day he came up to me, an 8th grader. I didn't do anything to him. I didn't even know him. But for no reason, Junior got right in my face. And he, boom, pushed me to the ground. I fell to the ground. And when I looked up, everybody stopped. And they all looked at me. But nobody did anything. Why? What were they afraid of? What were they? Yeah, they're afraid of Junior hurting them. And they were afraid to be the first person to help. You know, it's easy to do what's right if everybody's doing it. It's easy to help if everyone's helping. It's easy to do something if everyone's doing it. YMCA. But if you have to be the only person, that's scary. But there was one student who was brave enough to help me. He was a senior. He was bigger, taller, stronger than Junior. And he was my brother. Everyone say, dun, dun, dun. My brother. His name is Ryan. And Ryan is 6'3", 220 pounds. He looks like a superhero. It's probably the genetics probably went to my son Weston. That's probably how that happened. But my brother, his name is Ryan, and he saw what happened to me. He saw what Junior did, and he came running down like a train. He was like, chicka, 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 chicka. That's how he runs. And Junior, he doesn't see my brother. He's laughing at me. He's like, he turns around and he sees my brother. I'm on the ground. I see my brother and I'm like, oh, you gonna get it, man. You gonna get it now. He comes up to Junior. Boom, 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 boom. Hey. I saw what you did to my brother. And my brother said, Oh no, you didn't! No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. He said, I saw what you did to my brother. And I was like, why? Why did you do that, Junior? No, that's what he said. He said, Junior, why did you do that? Why are you so angry? Why are you picking on people? Are you okay? Now, I was confused. I was like, when are you going to beat him up? But my brother knew something. He knew something I didn't know. You can't fight negative energy with more negative energy. You have to fight negative energy with? Yeah. Look, if someone's mean to you and you're mean to them, well, you're just being like them. You got more negative energy. They're making you negative. But here's the weird thing. Guys, Junior, he liked my brother. He looked up to my brother. He didn't know I was Ryan's brother. Otherwise, he wouldn't have touched me. And he thought my brother was going to beat him up. But my brother gave him a second chance. Because beating somebody up doesn't make them nicer. It might make them stop, but it doesn't make them nicer. If you want somebody to be nicer, you have to start by being nicer. Oh, I don't want to. Junior doesn't deserve it. I shouldn't have to be nice to him. See what's happening? I'm turning negative, right? True story, Junior's name is Jake. And Jake lives in Missouri. I always remember Jake, because we always remember people who hurt us. We always remember people who are mean to us. And we always remember people who are nice to us. And that day, Junior was both. Because he turned to me, he picked me up, and he said, I'm sorry, Brandon. And I knew he meant it. That was the weird thing. Like some people, he might be like, sorry, whatever. But he was really sorry. Because I think he looked to my brother, and he always wanted to be like my brother. Big, tough. But my brother showed him, you can be nice and tough at the same time. In fact, to be really nice, you have to be really tough. Because sometimes people won't be nice to you. So that day, Junior decided he wanted to be like my brother, who was brave, but he was also nice. And everybody on the track, they saw that. And they too were braver and nicer because of one student, my brother. Guys, you don't have to be a senior. You don't have to be 6 foot tall. You can be a kindergartner, a first grader. But you know what you have to be? You have to be brave, and you have to be nice. You got to own these things here. You got to be a super student. And I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to give you some examples. I need an actor who likes to do some acting on stage. But you got to be really cheesy and silly and goofy. Is anybody really goofy? Do you want to do it, Janer? Okay, well, I don't think he knows what he's doing, but come on up. He's like, I guess. Jaden, come up on stage with me. Come on up here, buddy. Jaden, what grade are you in? 4th grade. Have you ever done any acting before? Yeah, remember we were dancing and you were a chicken and then you were a monkey? That's like acting, right? Do you want to keep your coat on or do you want to take it off? Okay, go ahead and put it right over there. Now, Jaden is going to act out a day at school. And by his actions, you're going to see what a super student looks like, what a super student does. We're going to go on an adventure. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's practice, Jaden. Jaden, he walks down the hallway. Boom, 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 boom. He faces the audience. He strikes a muscle pose. Ba, 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 ba. All right, perfect. You are good. Lights. Camera. Action. Jaden, right? Jaden, he's sleeping in bed. Go to sleep. Standing up, it's very difficult. And he closes his eyes. He must be sleepwalking or something. and he's snoring. He wakes up. He goes to the kitchen and eats his cereal really fast. He goes to school on the bus. It's like a Flintstone bus. You gotta move it. He's sitting on the bus. And Jaden, he sees some trash. Oh, I hate it when people leave their trash. Yeah. Well, wait a second, Jaden. Hey, did you put it there? No. Is that your fault? No. Should you have to pick it up?
Yes.
Ah. Well, was it my brother's fault that Junior pushed me down? No, it wasn't my brother's fault. But it was his responsibility. Yeah, responsibility means if you are able to respond, you have a responsibility to do so. If you can help, help. Jaden, he picks up the trash. He throws it away. Super! Anytime Jaden does something super, I'm going to say this. Ba 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 ba. And you all do this. Be brave. Be brave. Be nice. Be nice. So I say, ba 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 ba. Be brave. Be nice. Ba 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 ba. Be brave. Be nice. Jaden, he gets to school. He sits in class. He's doing his schoolwork, listening to the teacher, and he sees somebody getting bullied. Now, there's 3 ways we can be mean to somebody, Jaden. We can say something mean, like me. We can do something mean, like and we can ignore somebody. You can't hang out with me. So, you might laugh, but it's really not funny because I've had all 3 things happen to me. And to be a super student, you gotta be brave and be nice. So Jaden, what can Jaden do to be brave and be nice if he sees somebody bullying? What can Jaden do? Does anybody know? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Say, yes. You can walk up to them and tell them to stop. You mean like this? You better stop right now. Oh. Well, how?
You kind of just walk up to them nicely and say it.
Oh, nicely. Like, will you please stop? Okay, so that's better. How about this? How about say their name? Like, for example, what's your name? Lily. And we say, hi, Lily. Hi, Lily. Oh, you're making her smile. Stop it. Guys, people like when you know their name. So if you're asking them to do something, ask them by their name, which means you need to get to know people's names. So if I see Lily and she's not being very nice, I go up to her and I'll say, hey, Lily, can you please stop? You see what I did there? I said her name and I asked her to please stop in a nice way. Now that's good, but before we get to that, there's something else, Jaden, that we can do. Lily, I can go up to you and say, Lily, what happened? I saw that you pushed that person. Why did you do that? You see, guys, it's important that you ask questions. Don't just assume. Hey, what happened? Why did you do that? Are you okay? Why are you so angry? Can I help? Questions. And then say, please don't do that, right? Guys, that will really help. That will help make your school a more positive place. Ba 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 ba. Good, Jaden. He goes to lunch. Go to lunch, Jaden. You're so hungry. He gets his food. He's eating already. That was quick. And then he sees somebody sitting all by themselves. He sits by him. If you see somebody all by themselves at lunch or recess, just go say, hey, can I sit with you or do you want to sit with me? I was the new kid at school one time. I didn't have any friends. Somebody came up to me and said, hey, do you want to sit with me? And I said, uh-huh. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Be nice. Jaden gets up. He's so, hey guys, hi. Those are extras in our scene right now. Jaden, he's walking down the hallway. He's having a great day. And all of a sudden, Jaden, he sees a girl he has a crush on. Ooh la la. We're just acting, Jaden. This is pretend. He goes up to her and he says, how you doing? Jaden, like this. How you doing? There you go. He says, my name is Jaden, I'm in 4th grade. And he gets down on one knee and he says, will you marry me? Nice. He went to Jared's. Jaden, no, you're too young, man. You're too young to get married. You gotta wait. But hey, we learned a lesson. You have to think before you act. Think before you act. Any kind of adventure you go on, you gotta prepare, right? You gotta think ahead. Now, you learned your lesson, right? Good. Ba-ba-ba-ba. All right, cool. Jaden, he's had a great day. He goes home. He's nice to his brothers and sisters because they're always nice to him. And he does any type of work that his mom or dad or grandparents ask him to do, right? And then he goes to bed. Go to bed. Standing up. And he smiles really big because it feels good to do good. It feels good to help others feel good. It feels great when you make great choices. And it feels super when you choose to be a super student. Give it up for Jaden! Yeah, Jaden. You guys are right. Jaden's a good actor. Good job. Ba-ba-ba-ba! Gosh, you guys, this is fantastic. Your school is great. You guys really are. You are some good students. I've been to some schools. Okay? And you guys are good students, I can tell. No one's perfect, but you guys are good students. So as we finish up today, I got a couple more things I want to do. But first, raise your hand, tell me what you learned. What did you learn? Yes? Be
brave.
Okay, good. Who else wants to tell me what they learned today? Yes.
Be nice.
Be nice, absolutely. What else did you learn today? Anything else you learned? Yeah.
Don't bully.
Don't bully, absolutely. And even if you do, because sometimes we can have bad days where we're grumpy, it's important that you say, I am sorry. Absolutely, it's powerful. And then say, I forgive you. Yes.
Don't be afraid to help others.
Be afraid to help others. Fantastic, yes.
Don't be so nervous.
Don't be so nervous. Guys, sometimes we can be shy. That's understandable. But you gotta be brave enough to raise your hand just like you did. Let's go over here and get somebody who hasn't spoken yet. Let's go over here. Excuse me. Yes.
Be nice, be brave.
Be nice, be brave, even if they're not nice to you. Yes. Do what? Be encouraging. That's a good word. Now, so as I finish up, guys, I want to tell you a true story. You're gonna like this story. But it starts out kind of sad. You see, there once was a kindergartner. Any kindergartners in here? You guys are in kindergarten? This story's about somebody your age. So there was this kindergartner, and he wasn't really happy because he got picked on, he got bullied, he got made fun of. It's all because he had a speech impediment. A speech impediment means people can't pronounce their words and letters. It's hard to understand them. So this kid had such a bad speech impediment, nobody could understand what he said. So people made fun of him, and they didn't play with him. Well, one day, his parents came to school, and the teacher pointed out at recess, and there he was, all by himself. So they put him in speech class, and he had to say, "The red rabbit ran up the road." But R's were hard to say. He couldn't say R. He said, "Well, whoa. And it made him feel sad. So he started getting angry. And then he quit. Nobody can make him talk. The teacher said, "Say something." The parents said, "Say something." He went to bed and he woke up. And guess what? After being negative, all he felt was negativity. Guys, you can give up. You can get mad. And you might even have a reason to be. But it won't make you feel good. He knew what he had to do. Be brave, be nice. He had to own it. So he went back to speech class. And he said, "Wabbit, wabbit, 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 wabbit." He didn't give up. Wabbit, wabbit, wabbit. And then one day at the end of the school year, ooh, 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 rabbit! Rabbit, 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 rabbit. And he went back to school and he could speak. And do you know what he told those kids that made fun of him? No, he didn't say wabbit. He said, "Hey, are you okay? You seem really angry. If you need a friend, my name is Brandon." That boy was me. And I'm going to show you video to prove it. This is a video of me when I was 4 years old. Is anyone here 4 or 5 years old? Yeah, you got 5 years old? 5, I'm sorry. Okay. This is me when I was about your age. Listen. If you can hear anything I say. Did you understand any of that? When I was little, I couldn't speak. I got made fun of. I got bullied. I got ignored. I didn't have a lot of confidence, a lot of self-esteem. I was shy. When I was little, I couldn't speak, and now do you know what my job is? No. A professional speaker. Nobody looked at me when I was little and said, "Hey, I bet he's going to be a motivational speaker someday." Wabbit, 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 wabbit. I bet nobody looked at Joanne and said, "I bet she's going to be a professional ballroom dancer someday." No. Guys, you can choose to see the negative or see the positive. You can choose to do the negative or do the positive. Be the negative or be the positive. It's your choice. And I hope you choose to be super students. In fact, I'm going to give you a thing that's going to help you remember it. This is a symbol that I created, and it is to help you own it. Own it's my motto. Because you can know this stuff, but I want you to do it. I want you to own it. And I created this guy here because this is what he means. His feet, boom, they're grounded. They're steady. Sometimes, guys, we can be like this. "Oh, I don't know. Do you like me? Do you like me? Oh, I don't know. I don't believe in myself." Boom! Got to know who you are. You're a super student if you choose to be. You can be brave if you choose to be. You could be nice if you choose to be. You're a great person. You're a great student. You are. Own it. Look at his upper body here. See his back? You see? He's serious, but he's not too serious. He's like, hey. Guys, adventures are supposed to be fun. They're not fun if you don't prepare. They're not fun if you're not involved. Right? They're not fun if you aren't smart about it. But they're supposed to be fun. School, this school year for you, I want it to be fun. I want you to laugh. I want you to learn. I want you to help people. I want you to be proud of who you are. And it starts today by what you do. Just being super students. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Be great, be nice.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Be great, be nice.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Be great, be nice.
On the count of 3, say thank you to your teachers. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
And can I get a little picture with everyone right now? Is that okay? I'm gonna get a little picture with everyone. Just sit tight. I got you. I got something called a selfie stick here. Here we go. We're gonna do a little picture. All right, here we go. There, you see yourself? Oh, well, maybe that's better for the privacy stuff. Here we go. Get ready. We're going to say, I'm going to say I'm here at Goodhue Elementary, right? And then I'm going to say, 1, 2, 3, own it. Right? You say own it. 1, 2, 3, own it. Okay, get ready. I don't think I can do this first. Hold on. Take it off Snapchat. Here we go. Go on a little venture here at Goodhue Elementary School. Great teachers, great students. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah! Hey! Over here! Hey! The teachers! Hey, there they are. Bye. Thank you for having me, everybody. Have a great school year.
go. Grab a cord, Kelly. Keep going. Yeah, you're gonna go right over here. You're gonna be going right there. Yep. You're gonna go with the start of the walk-in. That's good. That's good. Kelly, you're fine. And we're fine. Nice work.
That was cool. I like the whole setup.
duct tape before you come in.
What's that?
Did it get caught in the wheel or what? No, I had 2 sheets of paper and the duct tape was duct tape on the floor. No, in the middle. The middle of the 2 sheets. So I didn't get it. And it caught. And I was white. I didn't know. Here, put brakes, you know, like that. And then I started looking down, but
Well,
I did step. You covered nicely.
You know what? And I was over here and I was, no, I saw it.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's no, great message, and
No, you both of you. You guys did a nice job. Okay, so I can read a bio here and introduce you and. We still live streaming.
and then is there that little dot? Say, hey, good, you.
You can pick it up that well.
Yeah, when you're done here. People get a message to subscribe to GHS Pets. Or G, is it GHS Pets? So fun, all right. Let me read this over. All right, okay.
It's good to take those out.
Brandon, you have to 11:04.
It's good to take.
That 11:04, yep, that 11:04 bell goes.
Oh, let's put it there.
Awesome. So where are you going after this?
Cleaned up.
Both daily or September's busy? Is this your first time She's good at university, that's highly rated university with low cost, so you see students often there. Yeah, no, high school is
This was next. Such water.
Good. Happy to do this research. I have a one pager follow sheet.
Yep.
Also, I have a leadership
leadership curriculum that I created. He's got personality assessments, leadership qualities.
This would be awesome. We have an advisor in high school, and they're adding things into the class to make it our own. Yeah.
And also it actually goes into so it's another
Yeah. So you can email me that materials around the
Yeah.
website or what?
make a note of that.
So you're renting a car and drive down? Okay. So where are you staying?
Quite a whole night. So I stayed with them.
Where's home?
Kansas City.
Okay, now, Kansas City, Kansas, or is there Kansas City, Missouri?
So all the downtown Chiefs, everything. Kansas side of industrial.
I'm in Mesa, it's in Kansas.
Now there's like a big, suburban side, which is like very
I'm gonna kill the lights behind this.
right.
Okay. Brandon, I'm just gonna sit this here one in the back and go right back. When that bell rings, we're gonna start piling in. Is there anything else? Is that water still cold, or you want to?
Yeah, it's good. It's fine. I mean, eventually, if you would give me another one for the road, that'd be great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Too dark?
No,
All
that's
right.
good.
Thanks, good.
All right. Our students allowed to have a cell phone in school. So there's a certain point where
Need
Good morning. Good morning. I would like to talk a little bit about our speaker here and introduce him. Brandon's an author, speaker, youth mover. Brandon Lee White has spoken to thousands of youth and adults in nearly all 50 states about owning it in life and leadership. Brandon has been seen on TLC, Discovery, Health, Fit TV, and TEDx. He attended Rockhurst University, where he earned his master's in business as well as a double major in business and psychology. At home, Brandon loves spending time with his beautiful wife and sons. They enjoy leading and serving in their church. Plus, Brandon can't get enough of barbecuing, sports, hunting, and meeting new people as he travels around the country. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Brandon Lee White.
Thank you. Hey guys, good morning. My name is Brandon, and I've been doing this about 9 years, traveling the country, speaking to students. Yesterday I was speaking at some schools in Maryland, and I'm from Kansas City, and I've been to 46 states. I've been to Alaska, I've been to Hawaii, and Minnesota's pretty cool too. My wife has some relatives up by Bemidji, so I've been here a few times. So I got a good presentation for you guys, but first I want to do a little show and tell. Anybody like to do some fishing? We're kind of close to lakes and rivers. Anybody good at it? Anybody catch any big fish? Yeah? Hey, you guys ever do catfishing? Anybody catch big cats up here? Flatheads, do you have catfish? So check it out. Labor Day weekend a few days ago, I caught, my dad and I, we did some rod and reeling, and check out this bad boy we caught here. Hang on. It's not working. Hold on. So he was about 20 pounds. We've caught a 40-pounder before. That thing was huge. But this one's big too. Check it out. Why isn't it working? Hold on. It's going to be worth it. It will be worth it. Hang on. There we go. All right, so see if I can make it a little bigger. Ah, pretty good, huh? It's a pretty good fish, right? Tastes good, too. You don't have to clap for that. And I got a picture of my son. This is my son, Lawson, 4 years old. I also have another one. He's 3 months old. Let's see if I can pull him up. And he is like a baby Hulk. He's like a baby Thanos. He is huge. Let's see if I can find a picture of it here. Look at that. That's huge. He doesn't get that from me. I mean, I don't know what happened there. But he's a big boy. That's Weston, and my 4-year-old name is Lawson. So, I've been, also I want to share something else. Anybody like to read novels at all? Anybody readers? Yeah? Don't be afraid to say it. Nothing wrong with reading. So I just finished my first novel, which was a big accomplishment. It's hard to write a book. I wrote a book already. It's like a smaller, like self-help book. But this is my novel called Freshman Wisdom. You can be a junior, senior to read it, okay? But the idea is the student going from middle school into high school, moved from a small town where he knew everyone, he was popular, and moved to a big city where he knew nobody. And for the first time in his life, he was unpopular. And so this is kind of based slightly on the true story about my life. And there's some good romance in there. There's some good mystery in there. So I'm going to send, it should be done next month, and I'll give you guys a copy, and then maybe we can get it in your library and stuff like that, all right? So, let's do a little presentation here. It's going to be good. Let me get kick-started here. All right. Let's play a game of Would You Rather. Would you rather have the first same name as your grandparent or the same hairstyle as them? Would you rather be a good dancer or a good singer? Would you rather go 1 month without your cell phone or deodorant? People are like, I don't even wear deodorant. Like me, eh? Would you rather find true love or be rich? You guys are terrible. There's always some students like, I'll tell you about true love. You might not know it, but when I was in school, I was Quite the ladies' man. Let me tell you about it. Hang on. Let me tell you about it. I had some game. But they don't even make this type of game anymore. It was so good. Like, they don't make cars like they used to. They don't make game like they used to. It was so good. I'd go up to girls and I'd be like, hey, on a scale to 1 to 10, you're a 9, and I'm the one you need. Stuff like that? No? No? It didn't work. It doesn't always work, but you gotta be brave enough to try. You gotta try sometimes. I know it's high school, like some of you guys might have boyfriends, girlfriends. Some of you might not, that's fine. Sometimes, like parents, they don't let you date until you're a certain age. Like, some people think that's crazy. I don't think it's crazy. Because I'll tell you what's crazy. People you might end up dating. That's what's crazy. There's some crazy people, right? I mean, we all could be kind of crazy. This is something I do. I don't know if you guys do this. But like, sometimes I'm eating something, like all by myself in the kitchen. And I start dancing, and there's no music. And it's crazy, right? Like, I'll do it in a restaurant. I'm sitting in a booth, and I just eat my food, I'm like, I'm just dancing. So weird, kind of creepy. But if a guy across the restaurant was doing that, I would not judge him. That's cool. He's enjoying his food. Now, if he got up and he was then I'd be like, I'll take whatever he's having, right? This is the worst food to eat because I can't control myself when I eat it. Ice cream. I turn into like a poltergeist. I'm like, this is so good. Girls like this, they're so adorable when they eat ice cream. Because girls, the spoon turns into like a wand. It's like, turns into a microphone. They're like, Kiki, do you love me? I mean, I do that too, but it's more adorable when girls do it. Yeah? You gotta own it. Guys, we can all be weird, we can all be crazy. You gotta own it. You gotta stop being perfect. It's more fun to be weird in yourself. Oh yeah, it's on my shirt. Everybody say, own it. Own it. You gotta own it. I know it can be scary. Like some of you guys, it's safer to just kind of sit there and be like, oh yeah, that's funny. But it's harder to get up and actually participate. So I want to know if anyone's crazy enough to come up here and dance with me. Is anybody crazy? We're gonna do some dancing for everybody. Is anybody crazy enough to do that? You want to? Come on up. I need some more people, though. Who's crazy enough? You're crazy enough? Come on down. You're crazy enough? Come on down. Who's crazy? Come on up. Come on up. Who else crazy enough? Who else crazy? Anybody else crazy enough? No? You crazy not to? Okay, last chance. I mean, it looks like we got all we need. Look at these dancers. Look at this guy right here. Look at this guy. Yes! All right. We got more. We don't have as lot of girls though. Any girls want to come up here also? No? All right. All right. Wow. You guys have dance material written all over you. Look at this. You guys are just like dancing machines, right? That's what I want you to do, buddy. I want you to go down there in the corner, right in the corner there. I want you to scoot down a little bit. I want you two to come on this side over here and balance it out. Balance it out. Spread out. This is what we're going to do. I like to do me some dancing. I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of dancing. So we're going to play follow the leader. We're going to own it. Whatever I do, they're going to do it with me. Okay? You don't have to be good. In fact, if you're not good, it's better because they laugh and it makes for a funny show, okay? So just try, and you're gonna do great. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, let's own it. Good job, good job, good job. Everybody say, own it. Who was the best dancer, you think? I don't know, it was tough. That was a tough call. That was a tough call. Did they all do the worm? Try. Did they all try the break dance? Guys, usually when things get harder, then you normally don't do it as much. It's like the would you rather, right? So as things get difficult, we would rather not do it. Because there's greater risk. We're gonna mess up, embarrass ourselves, make fun of ourselves, right? So most people, like as soon as something gets difficult, they usually quit. Like the moonwalk. This is the most like, can't even move your feet on it. But the moonwalk, right? When I first started doing the moonwalk, I did not look so good, right? I had like it looked like I had dog poop in my shoe. I'm like, moonwalk. Nobody's gonna like that, but I didn't give up. I kept practicing. That's how you do the moonwalk. You raise up a heel, you scoot the entire foot back, but you gotta keep the heel on the ground. So you keep the foot, scoot the foot back. You switch, you scoot the foot back. You switch, you scoot, you scoot, you scoot. So that's how you do the moonwalk. And there's some other things I've learned how to do over the years. You guys ever watch Dancing with the Stars? Ballroom dancing, right? So I used to be a professional ballroom dance instructor. I've danced with Chelsea Hightower. Oh yeah, made my wife kind of jealous. I've danced with Peta, danced with Tony, danced with Corky Ballas, Mark Ballas' dad. I was never on the show, but all those dances, right? Like swing dance, like cha-cha, like boom, boom, ba. So I don't know, is anyone crazy enough to dance the tango with me? Preferably a girl. Anyone crazy enough to dance the tango? Any girl want to dance the tango? Nobody? Come on now, time to own it. Time to own it. Time to shine, my lady. Come on down. Fate and you have met. What grade are you in?
8th.
8th grade. All this time's been building up for you to do this tango dance right now. You're gonna own it. Have you danced a tango before? No, she has not. She has not. And the fact that she's up here trying, that tells me she's brave. That's right. What was your name again?
Madison.
Madison. And sandals too. This is gonna be tough. Okay, so we're gonna make this work. I am not going to teach her what to do. We're just going to do it. And she's going to have to take a risk. So I'm going to do things, Madison, like spin, and there might even be a dip in there. You probably will mess up, but that's the point. You got to be brave enough to own it, because before you can be good at something, you got to be brave enough to be bad at it first. Anything you want to be great at, you're going to start bad first. But if you're brave enough to be bad, then you'll be great. So Madison, you're going to do a great job. Here we go. Madison dancing the tango. Madison. Thank you, 7th graders. 8th graders. 7th graders! 8th graders. Where's the 7th graders? Oh, yeah, 7th graders right there. Yeah. Now, Madison, where is she? You did a great job. They don't always do that good. One time, a true story, a girl came up, tango. You guys have deer here, right? Deer in headlights, you know what that means? Some states, they don't know what that means. So, deer in headlights, like she came up, and she just froze. And I'm trying to dance with her, and she's like frozen with fear. And like the problem with fear is you don't think straight. And so like we're doing this move, and she like trips, and she falls, and she pulls me down with her. And I fall on top of her, and it's really awkward. Motivational speaker, girl, sorry. Never got invited back. So that's the thing though, fear can trip you up. Now, see what I did there? Fear can trip you up. It can. The fear that you think is protecting you can hurt you. The fear that you think is protecting you can. You have a football team? You guys play football? Yeah? Like one person, you are all who plays, you're the football team, right? No? Well, he's the only guy who raised his hand. In football, the coach told me this. He said, if you play scared, you're more likely to get hurt. And sure, like if you're tackling, right? If you're like, you're more likely to get hurt. Like your body's going to be in a weird position. But instead, if you go at it more confidently, you're less likely to get hurt. That's the same thing in life. If you live scared, you're more likely to actually, I don't know about get hurt, but you're not to get what you want, right? You got to own it. You got to own the opportunity to raise your hand, to speak up, to do something. Like ballroom dance. When I first started ballroom dancing, I was in college, and my guy friends, they made fun of me. They're like, oh, you can't hang out? Oh yeah, you gotta go do your dance class. And they made fun of me for it. And I could have been like, yeah, I need to stop doing this dance stuff because I'm getting made fun of. But instead, I kept doing the dance stuff. And I don't hang out with them anymore. I don't know what they're doing, but I know what I'm doing. We're going around the whole country. I love my job. I get to dance, I get to inspire students. Guys, at some point, people, they might not have bad intentions, or maybe they do. But sometimes people will try to hold you back. Or they'll kind of like think that you need to be like them. And at some point, you got to decide to own who you are, what you want to do. You got to be brave enough to go do it. I say own who you are, what you want, and what holds you back. What are the things that can hold you back? I mean, how about like, maybe what you're born with. Can that hold you back? Sure. Maybe how much money you have. Yeah, maybe that can hold you back a little bit. Maybe, people you hang out with. Sure, that can hold you back a little bit. But the thing that holds us back the most is ourselves. Because ultimately, we do it or we don't do it. We own it or we make excuses. So I want to show you one of my dance students who owns it. She is so brave. Her name's Joanne, and she doesn't have any legs. Now, to dance, you need legs, right? No, you don't need legs. But you gotta be brave, because you might get made fun of, you might get pointed at, you need all this stuff. She does. She was born without legs. She has caudal regression. It's a form of spina bifida. Her legs never developed. Growing up, she always wished that she could dance, until one day she finally tried. You see, the things you really want take more than wanting. It's easy to want things. Most people do. It's harder to do it. And then mess up, and then keep doing it, and then learn, and then keep doing it. So I'm so proud of Joanne because she owns it. Check out this routine we did. Give it up for Joanne. Okay, so Joanne, first of all, you see what's on her face? A smile. And the thing is, we all want good feelings. We want to be happy. That's what the world wants. The paradox is, the good feelings usually come after the tough feelings. Like, if you want to be good at basketball, right? You got to practice, you got to practice, you got to practice, you got to fail, you got to learn, you got to keep going, you got to practice. And then the good feelings come. If you want to do good on a test, right? You got to study, study, study. The good comes after the tough. And a family. If you want to have family, you got to go through pregnancy. You got to go through all the stuff that's difficult. You got to go through the babies crying at night that's going on right now. But anything worth it is worth sacrificing for it. See, a lot of people want stuff, but they're not willing to sacrifice for it. So they settle for some other things which they think might make them happy, but they don't, ultimately. Joanne, she's smiling because she's put effort in. She owns it. She's practiced. One time we were doing this one move where I throw her in the air and I catch her. But this particular time I didn't catch her. And there's mats. And then she bounced. And I was like, my bad. And that's going to happen. You're going to mess up. You're going to fail. You got to own it. So you know what, guys? I think you do own it. I'm convinced you guys are brave. But I'm not convinced by your teachers yet. Do you think a couple of them need to dance with me right now? Some salsa? How about some salsa dancing, teachers? Any teachers brave enough to do some salsa dancing? I just need a couple. I don't need a lot, just a few. Do I have any brave teachers ready to own it? Are you volunteering, ma'am? Okay, I want to make sure, because come on down. Give it up for her, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause. All right. What's your name?
Nardinger.
Ms. Nardinger, is there any other teachers you want to peer pressure into coming in?
Absolutely. Halverson, get down here.
There we go. It's amazing what a pressure from fellow teachers can do. He doesn't look too happy about that decision. Oh, we have another one. What's your name? Okay, this is going to be easy, I guarantee. Can you stand right over here just like the students did? Yes, sir. Thanks you for participating. Great tie. You're looking sharp. Right here. Right here. Yes, sir. And, we do have a dance teacher, don't we? We have a dance teacher here, don't we? Do you think she should participate at all? You think she should? I'm not going to make her, though. I'm not going to make her. If you want to, there's a good spot for you right there. All right. Here we go. What we're going to do is we're going to dance the salsa. Is she moving yet? No, she's still there. We're going to dance this up. Yay, she came up here. Woo! Guys, sometimes you got to push people in a good way. So we're going to dance the salsa. Just do what I do, teachers. Real easy. I'm going to keep it real easy for you. I guarantee it'll be quick and painful. Here we go. The salsa. I have no idea what they were saying in that song, but might have been something inappropriate. I have no idea. Hablo español? ¿Tú hablas español? Hablo un poco? Own it. Teachers, I'm so glad you guys owned it. It can be scary, right? But hey, aren't you glad you did it, sir? You'll feel it later tonight. You'll be like, man, I'm so glad I danced today. Psychology.
I have a major in psychology, and I love psychology. I love figuring out why we do what we do, because we're crazy, figuring it out. I want to do a psychology trick on you here, a little lesson. This is a t-shirt. It's still a t-shirt, but it has a mark on it. That's what you are looking at. That's what everyone is looking at. No one's looking at the watch anymore. They're not looking at the chin. They're looking at that. Because that shouldn't be there. That's bad. That's negative. We have a negativity bias. We will focus on what's negative more than what we focus on what's positive. That's why the news is so negative. Because more people are willing to watch it. They want to watch the drama. If the news was like, Billy did his homework and ate his vegetables and helped his grandma, that's good. But nobody cares, right? Or like Keeping Up Kardashians and all the reality shows and drama. If it was like, today was a great day, you know, we were nice to each other. Boring. You want to see the drama, right? It's kind of weird. Isn't that kind of crazy? See, we do this with ourselves also. Like if you look in the mirror, you probably look at the things you don't like more than you look at the things you do like. Like when I look in the mirror, I'll tell you what I don't like. Nothing. I like everything. No. I don't like my ears. I think they're too big, and now you're all looking at my ears. Anybody can move them? Like, look at that. Look at that. I can move them real good. Maybe you don't like your smile or your nose or your hair or your height. Or maybe this mark for you, maybe it represents something on the inside, like something that happened and you keep thinking about it. You know, you replay it like a bad movie. Like maybe something happened last year and it's been ruining this year. I'm not saying it's easy, but own those marks, they'll tear you up. Guarantee it. Even adults. You know, if you don't own something, if you don't face it, deal with it, accept it, it's going to make the rest of your life miserable. So this mark makes up 5%. The other 95% is fine, but we focus on the 5%. I got a good video on YouTube. I talk about this stuff. I got a bunch of other videos on YouTube. I talk about stuff like this, by the way. If you want to check out any of those videos, there it is. You'll get another chance later. So, let me some of the marks on my shirt. When I first started speaking, graduated college, got married to my beautiful wife, Rachel. By the way, side story. Rachel and I saw this beautiful girl. She was in 5th grade, and so was I. That'd be awkward if I wasn't. We were in 5th grade, and I said, I want her to be my girlfriend. So I had a friend ask her out for me, because I was kind of shy. Safer to do it that way, right? Not really brave, but. So she said yes. So Rachel and I were boyfriend and girlfriend in 5th grade. I held her hand at the roller skating rink. It was awesome. And then I broke up with her. I was going into 6th grade. I got to keep my options open, right? I mean, there was 7th grade girls. I got to keep these options open. And, you know, she moved on. She ended up dating some other guys, and I graduated high school. And actually, I went to graduate middle school, and I went to a different school, high school. I moved away. And I went back to see some friends in high school. And I came back to my old high school friends, and I saw Rachel. And I was like, dang, Rachel looked good. So I tried talking to her. See you, buddy. Anyway, so Rachel, long story short, we started going out 3 hours apart. We drove to see each other because if you want something bad enough, if it's worth it, it's worth sacrificing for it. See what I did there? Come back around. So we did 3 hours, long distance, for 2 years. And finally, she came up, and we were working on this tango routine. Remember the tango? And we're doing this routine for a high school prom, actually. And she, you know, she doesn't like dancing too much, but she was doing it with me. And I videoed it because I was going to video the proposal, right? So we're practicing. I do this spin, boom, boom. I do this dip, boom. And I'm on one knee. I pull the ring out. And I say, will you marry me? She's like, what? I said, will you marry me? And she said, oh my gosh, yes! Ah! It was awesome. And then we got married. And then first comes love, then comes marriage, and then you saw Thanos, right? And that's where we are now. Let's back up. I first started speaking. I got married to my beautiful wife, Rachel. I'm traveling the country, right? Been to 46 states. But as soon as I started speaking, I'm traveling, I got these symptoms. Boom, boom, boom. I was tired. I was not motivated. I was depressed. Now, it's not good to be unmotivated when your job is to be a motivational speaker. You can't show up to schools and be like, hey kids, believe in yourself. It doesn't work. So I like to act, and I can always act. So I come up on stage, and I wasn't feeling good. I'd be like, let's play a game of Would You Rather. And nobody knew I was faking it. And I think a lot of us do that. You know, we put on a good face, but we're faking a lot of stuff too. So I went this way year after year for about 6 years. Sick. How old are you? Yeah. 12. Half of your life. Half of your life, I was depressed, tired. Now, some of you might actually know what I'm talking about. Some people, mental health is a real deal. It's hard to understand. It's very convoluted. It's very, always faceted. It's hard to understand it. But some of you know what I'm talking about. Like, my head was tired. I just felt sad. It was a terrible feeling. You see, I would go to schools on Instagram, and I'd be like, hey. I get home to my wife, Rachel, and I'd be like, hey. It wasn't fair for her. She's like, what, you don't love me? What's going on? I was like, I don't know. I just don't feel good. She didn't understand it, right? So we went this way for 6 years, and it was tough on our marriage. But I didn't give up. I tried antidepressants. I tried a whole bunch of stuff. And finally, I heard about this thing called food sensitivities. Some people are sensitive to food, like lactose intolerant, and you can't have milk, right? A celiac disease. You can't have gluten, which is bread, pasta, stuff like that. It makes you sick. And then I don't have that. I heard about this thing called gluten sensitivity, where it doesn't affect your stomach, but it affects your brain. It can make you tired and depressed. So I was like, it sounds like me. But the only way to find out if it is me is I had to give up all of those foods. Pasta, pizza, cakes, cookies, fried chicken. That in and of itself sounded depressing. I was like, this doesn't make me feel better. But guys, that's the thing. Like, sometimes to get something, you have to let go of something. To go somewhere, you have to leave somewhere. And these things which I liked, I had to let go of them in hopes that I could get something better. So, day 1, day 2, no gluten. Day 3, day 4, I can do this. I'm looking at labels. It's in sauces. It can be in spices. It's in the air. It's not in the air. But it's a lot of places. So I'm just like, do this. Day 5, day 6, day 7. Do you know what hangry means? You're hungry and angry because you're hungry. It's a real deal. Like, scientists actually know it's a real thing. Day 9, day 10, I just want a donut. Day 12, day 13. I still don't feel better. It must not work. This is what I've learned in life. We give up too soon. We just give up too soon. A lot of times you will get it, you can do it, but you give up too soon. Or maybe you just keep chasing your tail and you keep making the same mistake and you don't learn from it, right? Kind of like the moonwalk. If you just keep making the same mistakes, you're not going to get better. But if you stop, like antidepressants, they didn't help me, so I tried something different, But you got to give it time. Day 14, day 15. Day 15, I woke up, and for the first time in like 6 years, I felt good. I felt like myself. My head was light. My head was light. I was light. I was happy. I smiled. My wife was like, what's going on? I was like, I feel good. And we were like, crying. It was like a serious moment. And then a couple days later, I had like gluten-free bread, right? Gluten-free bread, which doesn't taste that good. But it's like, I'm eating bread. It tricks you, right? I accidentally had a piece of real bread. And boom! I was depressed for 4 days. That proved to me I have a gluten sensitivity. Now, this is not a health speech. It's not even a mental health speech. This speech is about you all have something that's difficult. Maybe you know what it is. Maybe you still can't figure it out. But you all have something that's difficult. And if you don't now, you will eventually, because that's life. The point is not to avoid tough things, because you can't. The point is to love the tough. Not for what it is, but for what it makes you. Tougher. I'm glad I went through depression for 6 years. That's hard to say. I'm glad. Because I love life so much more now. Every day is not the same. My mental health is not always completely stable. On Labor Day weekend, I had like a piece of chicken, but it had some spices and stuff, and it affected me for a few days. Right now, I feel good, but it's not 100%. It's like, it's still a little. I feel a little bit. Love the tough, because it makes you tougher, and it makes you appreciate the bitter. It makes you appreciate the sweet. It makes the sweet sweeter. The dark makes the light brighter. And it makes my speaking better. I used to do speeches, and it was like dancing, and then it was like a story. But nothing was really deep. Nothing was really personal. And since I've been talking about my depression, so many students now, not everybody, but they'll message me, and they'll say, I'm dealing with this. Depression, abuse, trauma, you name it. And they start opening up. And I at least help them kind of process it and kind of face their marks on their shirt and get better. And I'm happy that I went through depression because it helps me help people who go through something difficult also. Yeah. So, love the tough. Let me tell you about another mark on my shirt. When I was in 7th grade, I wanted to be in the NBA. Anybody play basketball? You got a basketball team here? You guys any good? What was your record last year? Not good? You didn't have a basketball team last year? Oh, it just wasn't good. It's okay, you gotta own it, right? But this year, man. 7th grade, I wanted to be in the NBA. Coach said, Brandon, you're a good dribbler, you're a good shooter, but you're out of shape. I was a big kid in 7th grade. I was. Coach said, Brandon, you need to go out for cross country. You know what cross country is? Do you guys have that? Cross country is where you run, and then you run, and then you run, and you don't even get a ball. You're just running, that's all it is. I said, Coach, look at this. This don't run. Well, he said, Brandon, to do what you want to do, you have to do what you don't want to do first. If you want to play basketball, you have to run. So I went out for cross country. Have you ever stunk at something so bad? You should get a medal for it. You're the best at being the worst. That was me. Last place. The kids would be loaded up leaving. And they'd be like, wait, there's one more. Don't leave me. That was me. But I didn't give up. And that summer, I lost some weight. I got better at basketball. But I still had a ways to go. And that summer, my friend Brian, he called me up. He said, hey, Brandon, you want to go running? No. Well, I'm going to do some running. I'm going to do some off-season conditioning. Why? Because you want to get better at basketball, right? Yeah. All right, fine, I'll go. So I went with him. We're running down Main Street in Missouri, okay? And he's faster than me, but he would slow down. He'd be like, come on, Brandon, you can do it. Keep going, come on. And we get all the way down the street to McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. It's like my kryptonite. It's like the bug going into the light. And my friend Brian, he saw me going. He's like, no, don't. We got to keep going. Because that's what we do. We start off good, like 2 steps forward, and then we take 3 steps back. Or it's like August, yeah, I got this. September, yeah, ba-da-ba-ba-ba. You guys might start good this year, but you might get distracted. You might get tired. You might get off course. So my friend Brian, he pulled me back on and said, we're going. I said, fine, but I'll be back. So we're going up this hill. A big hill. I mean, here's the problem. This hill's big. And so am I. And the hill is bigger. And you ever have this pain in your side before when you run? Not everybody has felt that, okay? And that day, I felt it. And I was like, what is that? Brian said, it's normal. Just not normal. Yeah, it's okay. And we're running. I'm like, oh, this is terrible. I don't want to do this. I want to go back to McDonald's. And you see, we all have this light in our eyes, this light that says I can do it. But a lot of things can make that light go out. My light was going out. And my friend Brian, he gave me a push, gave me a nudge, trying to wake that light back up. He said, come on, Brandon, you can do it. He said, come on, hey, come on, just a little bit, you're almost there. He just kept pushing me, and that light just kept flickering long enough to get me up the hill. And I got up the hill. I turned around. I did it. I couldn't believe it. I would have bet you money. There's no way I can go up that hill. But I did it. Guys, when you do something you've never done before that you thought you never could do, you'll see yourself differently. You'll see yourself like you've never seen yourself before. And then you'll do more things that you've never done before. Because how you see yourself affects and determines what you make of yourself. It all starts here and here. So I knew that day I could be a good basketball player. I started running every day. Every day, with or without Brian, I was out there running. I was eating salads. Who does that? I lost all my weight. I show up to 8th grade. I'm like, hey, I'm the one you need. No. She's like, don't talk to me. I show up to 8th grade, cross country, in the first race of the season. I got better. I got faster. I got first place. Second race, first place. Third race, first place. Fourth race, first place. They're like, who is this guy who keeps winning? Oh, that was that one kid. He waits for me. He couldn't believe it. It was crazy. Last race of the season. So far, I'm undefeated. It all comes down to this. Runners to your mark. Get set. I'm fast, but I'm not good with direction. Anybody relate? The struggle is real. You park your car at Walmart, you come back out, it might as well be stolen. It's gone. I'm running. I have no idea where to go. The lines, where are the lines? I start going this way. I'm going through like backyards and gas stations, and everyone's following me. This official's like, he couldn't get the words out. He just sees kids running towards the highway. He's like, that way! So I didn't go a little bit off course. For some reason, I went the opposite way. I'm no longer first, I'm last. People are like, running into me, turning around. 100 people. I'm 100th. I was like, oh, I remember what this looks like. And the fast runners, they're like, yeah, good going, man. And we turn around, we see the same thing. But we look at it differently. I start running one by one, passing people up. I look behind me, I never forget the look in their eyes. Their light was out. I'm passing people trying to get to the front. I finally get to the front. There's one person left. There's 100 meters to go. True story, it's like Seabiscuit. We're sprinting, we're running 90 meters, 80 meters, 7, don't stop. 60 meters. My mom's on the big VHS camera. She's like, run, run. Why do parents say that? I'm like, I know. 50 meters. What is that? 30 meters. You know, I think life is a bunch of meters. It's a bunch of moments that add up. What you do in one moment will take you one direction or the other. If you give up, it takes you this way. But the problem is, if you give up once, it's easier to give up twice. and then 3, then 4, and then how you think about yourself determines what you make of yourself. But if you do what you need to do and you suck it up for 1 moment, 5 minutes, 1 hour, 1 race, you just do it. Once, it's easier to do it twice. 30 meters to the finish line. And the guy next to me, his light goes out. And I finish undefeated from going defeated, literally and emotionally, the year before. My question to you is how? How did I win those races? I bet nobody gets it because nobody ever says the right answer. Not nobody wants to try. How did I win those races? Anybody? Yeah. I didn't give up, yeah. But how? Come on, shout it out! All right, you don't want to try. I'll tell you the answer. It's not because I practiced, although that helped. It's not because I believed in myself, because I didn't. The story's about me, but I'm not the main character. Who's the main character? Brian. I was writing my book, Don't Be a Lame Sauce. And in the book, I wrote the story, cross-country story. I'm like, this is a good story about not giving up. And then I was like, wait a second. I didn't realize it until like 10 years later that my life changed because of Brian. Brian's the reason I got up that hill. Brian's the reason I saw myself differently. Brian's the reason why I won those races. Brian's the reason why I had the confidence to try out for student council president, become student council president. Brian's the reason why I became a starter at varsity basketball at a 5A school. Brian's the reason why I went at a camp and saw a motivational speaker. And I said, I want to do that. I can do that. And here I am. Now, there's other reasons, teachers, coaches, but the person who changed my life the most was a classmate. That's the power. That's the power you guys have with each other. You guys are touching each other. That's the power of a classmate. You know what Brian does now for a living? He's a police officer. So he's still pushing people around, saying, you can do it, or no, you can't do that, right? Own it. Pretty cool. How your life can be affected by the people around you. How you can own it. How you can go for your dreams, your goals. Basketball, football, dance, whatever hobbies you're going for. School, curricular, academics. But guys, I guarantee the thing that will make you feel the best, that will make you feel the happiest, is when you help other people own it. The best parts and memories in my life, I just turned 32 years old. The best memories of my life was not winning the game-winning shot in basketball, although I've done that. It wasn't being student council president. It wasn't being homecoming king. My best memories are memories like this. When a few months ago, a 3rd grade girl came up to me and she said, last year my dad died. No, she said, my daddy died. And my light went out. But today it came back on. That is awesome. That's awesome. That's why I like to speak. To help bring lights back on. To help people own it. To help them own who they are, what they want, and what holds them back, which is usually themselves. So, I want to do something that's going to help you remember that. Because it's so easy to forget what we learn. I want to do a little trick here. This is an exit sign. You have them all around the school. Exit sign, exit sign, exit sign, exit sign. This is going to help you remember this. There's something in the exit sign that you've never seen. But once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it. There's a house in the exit sign. You see it? See the door? The roof? The house is on its side. This is where you say, whoa. Right? Now all you will see is that stupid house. The rest of your life, oh, there's the house. You see, you don't see the exit sign now, you see the house. Guys, the point is this, the house has always been there. It's always been there, but you haven't seen it. And there's something inside of you that's always been there, but maybe you haven't seen it. There's something inside of others that's there, but maybe you don't see it because you're too busy looking at the marks. You're too busy looking at your ears in the mirror. You're too busy trying to focus on what happened instead of what can happen. Own it. Guys, see the house and own it. I want to tell you a true story about a kindergartner. This boy, he lived in Missouri, okay? Can't tell you his name, but this kid, true story. He went to school every day, and this little kid, he got made fun of, he got picked on, he got ignored, he got bullied. And it's all because this little kid couldn't speak. He had a speech impediment so bad, nobody could understand him. And the parents came to school, and the teacher pointed out at recess, and sure enough, he was all by himself. Nobody played with him. So they put him in speech class. He had to say, "The red rabbit ran up the road." But R's were hard. He couldn't say R's. He said, "Well. We don't like to do things we're not good at. And usually we quit." So that's what he did. If he doesn't talk, he can't mess up. If you don't get out of your seat, you can't mess up. The teacher said, "Say something." Parents said, "Say something." The problem is, when you do negative actions, they feel good at first. Ha, I give up. Ha, I get even with this guy or this girl, whatever, you be mean, right? It feels good at first, but it always feels bad in the end. It always creates negative results. But the problem with good things, the problem with positive actions is they don't feel good at first. What is that? That's the problem with doing what's right. It doesn't feel good at first always. It's difficult. But it always feels good in the end. The kid goes to bed. He wakes up. He doesn't feel better. He knows what he has to do. Own it. He goes to speech class. Whab it, whab it, whab it, whab it, whab it. Whab it, whab it, whab it. He doesn't give up. Whab it, whab it. All year long. Whab it, whab it. Until one day at the end of the school year. Ooh. Rabbit! Oh, sorry. And he went back to school. And do you know what he told those students that made fun of him? Do you know what he said to them? No, he didn't say rabbit. He said nothing. Because he was shy. Even though he could speak, he didn't know what to say. All he saw was the marks on his shirt. But you know what he loved? He loved basketball. He wanted to be in the NBA, and he also loved pizza and pasta and cakes. That kid was me. And I'm going to show you video to prove it. This is me when I was 4 years old. You tell me if you can understand anything I say. Guys, when I was little, I couldn't speak. Now, do you know what I do for a living? No, I'm a professional speaker. When I was little, nobody said, "Hey, I bet he's going to be a motivational speaker." Whab it, whab it, whab it. I bet nobody looked at Joanne and said, "Hey, I bet she's going to be a professional ballroom dancer." Guys, this year, I hope you own it. I hope you go for your dreams, your goals. I hope you see the house behind the marks, and I hope you help somebody else own it. And I know you guys got to go, but I hope you guys will go ahead and check out, here's a couple things real quick. Own It Stories, ownitmovement.com. Great stories by real students, if you want to go read them. And you can even submit your own story, and you can be anonymous about it. It's helping students own it. If you want some free resources, you can text OWN IT to 345-345, and you can follow me on these social medias or Snap and even other stuff too, okay? Let me take a quick picture because I know you guys got to go, all right? And on the count of three, say thank you to your teachers. 1, 2, 3. Because they, I had my phone, and then I set it down. Where did I put my phone? Right here. All right, here we go. You guys have been great. I seriously hope you guys do good in basketball this year and other things. And let me take a picture with you guys, all right? Own it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Guys, that was terrible. 1, 2, 3. Okay, as we finish, guys, I want you to check out my YouTube channel because there is a video that I guys want you to watch. It starts like this.
I have an idea, a dream. I want to change how people think of people seeing not just how they see. Because it seems to me that people are stuck living in a mental rut. Maybe it's just my observation, but here's some examples of when life's not so simple. Fear. We worry so much. A flurry of fear when times get tough. A voice telling us we're not good enough.
You got to go and watch the rest of it on your own, okay? YouTube, Youth Mover. Social media, Youth Mover. Thank you so much for having me today, guys. Have a great school year. Thank you.
How about another round of applause for Brandon Lee White? Okay, thank you everyone for your paying attention, and I appreciate your behavior in the assembly. It is a shortened schedule. You may go to your 5th hour. Please thank Brandon on your way out.
Should I go check out the front office?
Yeah, I'll bring it. Perfect.
This big card.